Hey everybody, what is up? We are live again here, 4 p.m. Central. How's everybody doing? We have Pepper Tony here. We have Luch. We have Bayou Bengal. I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna pop in. I'm gonna do a little bit different formatting today. I think I'm gonna start a little bit different from now on. I'm gonna do the intro. I'm gonna kind of go over like something small every time before I jump into a draft. Usually like a little 2 minute, 3 minute talk, just in case. Like that way, I'm not slamming the intro video next to the draft start video. I think the timing will help out. But before that, here we go. We're gonna smash the intro.
Hey, we're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls indecent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who hangs thunder in the names, claiming all the kills, flames, names, games. Degen wrath of fuse, stone age torment remains. Bestball eternal, in remains infernal domain. Pterodactyl pigs screaming, Cayman chaos reigns. Fossil fury fuels the fire, drafting through the veins.
All right, so we are gonna go over some news. I'm sure everybody heard it is the poll question, but the poll question today is about Matt Nagy. I'm sure everybody will eventually go into that. But yeah, I was semi bullish on Scattaboo at the price. I thought it was a decent price. I was pretty bullish on Malik Neighbors at the price, but I don't think there's a move anyone in the NFL could do that is worse than hiring Matt Nagy at any position to even be in the building. Like I believe he's so bad at what he does that like just having him in the building, he's going to put bad ideas in everybody's head. I don't think that he can be somewhere where things are functional. Like the only reason he had winning teams is because Mahomes is Mahomes. So I am fully like very scared of everything in New York now. Uh, but that is item one here. Item two, we'll just read through the underdog NFL stuff. It's usually the safest place to do. I've seen some rumors here and there. Not sure how many of them are true, so I don't really want to cover those. But uh, Mike LaFleur said he's going to call the plays this year. Monken said that he's going to call the plays for the Browns. The starting QB is not decided, but I mean, I think assuming like looking at their roster, it makes sense. No, that's not news at all. And like the Browns to hire Travis Switzer. Who is Travis Switzer? I'm gonna have to do research later on who Travis Switzer is. I have no idea. Justin Fields was asked to the Pro Bowl this year. Like, does nobody want to go? What is that? Anyway, but we are here. I will find out who the Travis guy is. Who Travis Switzer is? Is that son of Barry Switzer? Maybe. Let me look that up real quick. Who is Travis Switzer? Travis Switzer. Run game coordinator for the Ravens. He joined the team in 2000. Is Travis Switzer related to Barry Switzer? There's no public record, so that is just a thing. So not his kid. So I guess there is hope. But anyway, we are going to do a big board, and we are going to go in 15 seconds.
Bestball Degens the rest. We never leave the brine. Fury, endless, picks, relentless, fantasy, reigns. Who waits? Immortal.
All right, we got one more to start. like when Peppertoni didn't say, hey, he was a Ravens assistant instantly, and I looked it up and said he's a Raven assistant, that's not a good sign. Like I know a lot of people were avoiding going to the Browns this year for like head coaching. You would think that the other positions may not have as hard of a time, but obviously they were definitely definitely down the board for sure. I believe Pretty Ricky listens. Let me know if you're in the chat. I will review your team if you want. We got Pretty Ricky at the 4 hole. We have game tied at the 7. Rick Cruiser at the 8. Losimo John at the 9. I got the 10. Mellow Nuggets. I've never seen that, but Mellow Nuggets is a pretty awesome name. I'm assuming that's a basketball thing, but we're gonna ask like that's just somebody's name that's Mel, and then it's O Nuggets for fun. That's how I'm going to view that. It's more fun to me to feel that, so we're gonna do that. That's how we're doing it. We'll turn on the Ducks. We will have a little background. Apparently, I'm going to be going head to head today with old Davis Maddock. If you haven't, like, I mean, we're all friends in the best ball community. Go over there, smash the like for him. I'm sure all of you guys have. I'm fully aware of this. I'm fully aware. We're just gonna act like that's not what happened. That's not what we're doing. We're gonna act like that's just somebody named Mel who's like, oh, I like nuggets. That's we're and be fully because wasn't Carmelo Anthony's name was it like Jello? Was it 2 L's? Carmelo? No, you're right. It was one. You are correct. I was thinking that it was 2 L's for some reason. Like I said, this is a football channel. I don't know anything about baseball and basketball. I stopped watching in like 2005 or 6. Whatever year Russ Westbrook left the Thunder was basically the year after that. Like that was the first. Yeah, it was when Harden left. The year when Harden left is whenever I stopped. So I went ahead and removed my rankings because they're old. I just keep getting Amon-Ra back here though. Like I kind of want. Like I'm gonna go ahead and take Amon-Ra here. Like I think that he's mispriced if this is where he's at. I think he's clearly the 6. I see arguments for Achane, Taylor, and McCaffrey for sure. I don't see really a big argument for Lamb. I could see an argument for Cook. Yeah, so much Amon-Ra. Like you would think my exposure would be insane to him because I take him a lot over here, but it's actually not that high. We're gonna go McBride actually. McBride fell. Like I guess this is kind of where he's at. Like this is kind of a common start. I've not went with very much McBride this year. That might be it's either my first or second share. But yeah, if we go over here and we go to my exposures, yeah, I got 16% Amon-Ra. But like, it's one of those things I can slow down. Like we're only 20 some drafts in, right? I can slow down at any point on Amon-Ra. I just want to make sure to get a bunch of him right now while his price is better. But these are my current exposures. Wide receiver, Omar Cooper, Flournoy, weirdly, Jaden Reed, Nico Collins, Higgins, Pat Bryant, Shocker. I have a bunch of Shakir. I think Shakir is pretty mispriced. I had a ton of him and I stopped taking him. Like he fits with the teams that I've been building where I go 2 running backs early. This will be a much different build. I haven't went with a whole lot of no running backs in the first 2 rounds. I've done it a couple times, and I've definitely not done it with McBride or Bowers. So we'll see how I might just kind of fully commit to 0 RB unless Kenneth Walker makes it to me. And I'm assuming with 3 members of the Who crew directly in front of me, with Game Tide, Cruiser, and Lost all directly in front of me, That it is it a new webcam? Oh, it. Hold on, hold on. It's not a new webcam. It changed the size for some reason. There, is that normal? Does that looks normal, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it didn't. It doesn't. It sometimes removes the camera and changes all this stuff. Uh, my thoughts on Harvey is that he's very overpriced right now. Um, I don't love the RJ Harvey price at the moment. I I don't like I like his price slightly more than Travion, but I don't really like either one. I think DeAndre Swift should go ahead of them. I kind of think Judkins should be close to them. So I'm pretty out. Like, to be honest, I'm pretty out. I've not taken Bucky yet. Like, I will take Brees if he's there, but I mean T's a smash at this price. And I'm having a very hard time with Travis Etienne too. Like, I fully think that he will not be on if he ends up going to the so I could just go full rogue here. Do we just go full rogue? Yeah, I know that. Like, I was like, yeah, that ain't happening. I think we just go full rogue here and like take a Josh Allen chair too. Like, I'm pretty positive I don't have a Josh Allen Amon Ra team, and it definitely not with McBride. So if I want to play the hits the rest of the draft, we can. But I like a lot of these wide receivers here. Like, I kind of like Zay a lot. So I'm fine with any of these receivers, and we'll just go zero. We're just going to take a full zero RB team. We have not built a full zero RB team yet this season, so we'll see. We'll see how we do. We'll see if we like it. I'm curious to see how far. So, do I want McMillan here? I think I kind of want McMillan, just because it's an ADP. Like, he fell 7 picks. Like, so I have an ADP faller in Allen and in McMillan. So, like, I think that is super fun. Like, this is unique to me. This isn't incredibly unique with the top 3. I'm sure that Allen's going to kind of fall a little bit throughout the process, but McMillan falling, I don't know if that's going to be something that happens too often. I think that this room specifically, I don't know. I kind of think this is where McMillan should go, to be honest with you. I like Ladd over him. I like Higgins over him. I do like him over Wilson, but I think it's arguable. I think Flowers is in that same conversation, but like all these other picks, like I kind of think that this is right. I think that this board has been drafted fairly right. I know I've been hating on Bucky, but I just I think that this is where he needs to go. I think he needs to go with Walker, Irving, and Hall. He generally goes, or he had been going significantly ahead of Walker and Hall. So, is this year to draft Watson? Christian Watson? I think it is. Or Deshaun Watson? I don't think it is. It depends on which Watson you're talking about. Are we talking Christian or are we talking Deshaun? Yeah, so like Christian Watson should probably be a reasonably high ownership for me. I thought. Let's look. Okay, 16%. Yeah. So I'm pretty in on the passing game for the Packers, weirdly, because I was pretty out on it last year. But I do think that this year, like, it definitely felt like the Packers were a little frustrated with Jacobs near the end of the year. It definitely felt like they were kind of becoming a slightly more run-heavy team at that point. So I don't hate it, right? Like, I really don't dislike it. So I think we just take one of these running back or one of these wide receivers here. Actually, we're just going to pull Ramondre. We're going to pull Ramondre all the way up, I think, is what we're going to do. assuming that Lawsimo allows us to. Um, and we'll take whatever receiver comes back because I do think that there's kind of a big fallout. Like, I'm not saying that I love Ramondre, but I do think Ramondre, Javante, like I think that they're kind of in the same tier as Henderson and Harvey. I think that Henderson and Harvey should kind of be back here with Javante and Ramondre. And I think that there's a pretty big tier gap or tier break between Ramondre and the next guys. So just because of the way that this draft went, I think that I want Ramondre here. If I get one of these guys, I'm perfectly fine with it. Any of those guys, I'm perfectly fine with. Evans does go. I haven't got to much Jalen Waddle. I'm assuming Waddle went all the way up here. That's a lot higher than usual. All right. Looks like we are in on DK Metcalf here. So the team through 6 rounds, we have Josh Allen, we have Ramondre, we have Amon-Ra, we have McMillan, we have Metcalf, and we have Trey McBride. So we have 2 elite onesies. We have 1 running back who should get solid production. Yeah, like his contract stuff is fine. Like they've re-signed him for a while. Let me go to over the cap real quick. I will look it up for you. All right, so see, he's under contract for the next couple years, and his guaranteed salary is $3 million. His cap number is 7.4, and if they cut him, they lose 8, right? So like they literally lose money to cut him. It looks like. I believe that's what this means. I believe that means, and I'm not really awesome at this, but it looks like that's pre-June 1. If it's post-June 1, they save a little bit. But like a $7 million running back that's solid for you, and you got to pay half of that, even if you cut him. Like I'm pretty positive that they want him to stay there. And that's if I read that right. Like I'm no expert at that kind of stuff. Yeah. And like for whatever reason, Vrabel likes him, man. Like Vrabel really likes him, and he's been playing like an absolute boss at the end of the season, right? Like I'll go ahead and bring that up. So we have at the end of the season, I'm bringing it up player profiler right now. He had games of 11. These are full point PPR, by the way. So like that's 9, 8, 15, 25-ish, 30-ish, 13, 10. The last game wasn't great, but you're getting all of those. Those are all like close to usable weeks, if not usable weeks. Like a week of 10 points. I don't want my guys to have 10 points, but in a 0 RB room to give me some floor to get to the final, like the back end of the season and try to get some of my spike week guys to hit, like the Jonathan Brooks types. Like if I take him there, right? I think that he will fit the role for a 0 RB running back perfectly. So we are coming back up on the clock. Let's see what the board looks like. Parker Washington, Dart, like all of those guys. I've not selected Kyle Monangai yet, like a single time. There is a pick I think is the best pick down here, for sure. Like it's Tucker Kraft. Like if Tucker Kraft's available, I'm absolutely taking him. Like hands down. No, I forgot I have McBride. Let's not do that. We can look at these two positions. I don't know about you guys. I'm having a hard time with QJ at that price. And Alec Pierce has finally dropped to the point that I think he's worth drafting. Like I think over in here, Alec Pierce is worth drafting. And especially like I do think I'm okay with that. And then I can just take whichever running back is left of these guys. Like some people assume that the Bills are going to take him, we'll just kind of lean into that here. I actually don't believe that's going to happen. That's just myself. And by the way, if you're here, please smash the like. That would be awesome. It helps out a lot. And by the way, I don't know if you guys actually liked the videos I made the other day, but I have some ideas I'm going to do just for fun. It's not that I'm hating on a nun guy. I'm generally taking a quarterback here. I love this quarterback range. I'm really into Tucker Craft. And I like Tony Pollard a lot. Like, I like Tony Pollard more than Manungai, number one. And I prefer the other positions at this range. Like, I think that the value is more at the tight end and quarterback position at this range. So, like, if we go to my exposures, like, Brock Purdy's sort of in that range. Trevor Lawrence is in that range. Herbert can be in that range. Dart's in that range. So, like, I'm taking a lot of those guys. And at wide receiver, like, I guess none of them are in that range that I've been taking. But the tight ends, like Tucker Craft's one of my most highest drafted tight ends. So that's why. It's more about that I just like the other position's value a little more at that spot. Hola, what's up, Brat? If we can, like, I am planning today for the second draft to do drafters, assuming we can get one to fill. Yeah, and Kraft is just incredibly underpriced, right? Like, I am perfectly willing to just pull him up to the 7-8 turn, like, or the 6-7 turn, whatever. What's up? And by the way, we have Fantasy Football Garage in here. If you're not subbed over there, they do streams later in the evening. Bayou Bengal puts out content constantly. Be sure to check them out if you're listening to this later. Bayou was on this channel a couple days ago, actually. It was pretty good. It was it was a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys enjoyed it, but I enjoyed having him on. And Fantasy Football Garage and we did a weekly show this past season during the season. It was awesome. We're gonna, like, we haven't started it yet. We actually need to talk about that, because you, me, and Hartman, or even if it's just you and me, we were gonna do like a every other or every third week show at some point. I'm not sure when we're gonna start that, but we need to discuss doing that again. That, because I always had fun drafting with both of you, and it would be a weeknight show, more like a 9 p.m. Central or 10 p.m. Central kind of show. For an hour or so, for an hour and a half or something like that, I think it was. But basically, we all stream, like Candyman and I stream together, or we stream our own stuff all the time. And we don't want to get burnt out by doing a weekly show on top of the weekly shows we do. So we're going to intermittent that a little bit. How did I arrive at Alex? Sorry, Troy. I'll get there. Yeah, if you watch his videos, Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network, Troy Lofton. You'll hear it. Troy Lofton. Yep. He knows. We're going to try to, like, did Jameson Williams go on this side? So JMO went to Losimo. If he wants Goff, he takes him here. If he doesn't want Goff and he wants Price, he takes him. So he passes. I'm going to take Jadarian Price. And we're going to hopefully get Jared Goff back. And then we could stop at 2 quarterbacks with Goff and Allen. I feel really good about this start. Honestly, like, I honestly really, really like this start. Kincaid went the pick before. How dare you? You knew I was going to snipe you on the way back, so you sniped me on the way forward. I get it. I see how you play. We ain't playing nice, huh? Not going to play nice? Is that what this is? Yeah, like, I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh yeah, we haven't, like, because we discussed doing it, like, and we're both just kind of getting into the rhythm again, right? So it makes sense that we haven't connected that yet. But I mean, I could actually push. Actually, let's do that. Let's let's take Shakir here, and that gives us a stack with Josh Allen if Alec Pierce isn't there, and if Alec Pierce is there, I think the offense will be even better. So Losimo can take Jared Goff there. I have a lot of Goff with Amon-Ra already. I don't have much Goff with anybody else, so he's actually going to push Goff to see if the Laporta drafter takes him, because the Laporta drafter, I love this. He looked at the board. I think he waited. He could say in the chat if he wants, but he's seen that the Laporta drafter has Jalen Hurts and Baker already, and he pulled Baker way up the board. So probably really wanted Baker. Maybe he's done. So I think Losimo is like, if anybody wants naked Goff, they can have him. And if that guy wants a third quarterback this early, he can have him. So I like that. I'm assuming that he read the board. He went and looked. It kind of looked like the timing. That's what he done. That makes sense to me. Maybe he just got lucky. Maybe he's like, I want Jared Goff on this team. Who wants Jared Goff? Yeah, so that's what we got here. But yeah, I've kind of finished my rookie stuff now. And for those of you who are not, or who wasn't listening to FanSpeak earlier today, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, noon Central, I will be on FanSpeak with Steve from FanSpeak Network. We will be going through all the rookies. Like, we're going to do our rookie ranks, compare them, discuss like why we like. And him and PPR Tyler did a stream the other day. It was nice, but they agreed on a lot of things. Steve and I and PPR, like, my ranks are not what either one of their ranks are. So, and I have some that are aggressively different. So it should be fun to talk about. And I'm not saying that I'm right, but I think it should be a fun conversation for sure. I have a lot of questions on some players, and I like a lot of players a lot more than they do. So we'll see how that goes. Like, and in a year we'll know the answers. You know, like, we have an entire year to talk about it. But for now, like, it'll be a fun show tomorrow for sure. And then I'm sure we'll draft a team, or at least discuss all of the prices of the players. So Jared Goff does go naked here. People are very scared of quarterbacks right now. So this is a pretty good price on Dallas Goedert. Do I want it, or do I want? Definitely, I think I kind of want Gainwell here. We're gonna take Gainwell, and if Goddard makes it back, we'll take the second tight end. If Goddard doesn't make it back, I could just. So Goddard doesn't make it back. Do I want? Dobbins is kind of like. I think Dobbins is a fine piece. I will say I was like starting to feel a little bad about, because Tyrone Tracy's price is really good, right? But now, like, and I was like, man, maybe I need to start clicking him a little bit more. But I'm glad I didn't really start doing that, because Matt Nagy absolutely, in my opinion, nukes that value. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to pull Dobbins up a little bit. We waited to take our running backs. We have all this value, or all the top end here. So we'll just go through the team through 12 rounds. We got Josh Allen, elite quarterback. We got Ramondre, Kyle Monangai, Jadarian Price, Kenneth Gainwell, J.K. Dobbins. This running back room came together pretty well. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra, McMillan, DK Metcalf, Alec Pierce, Khalil Shakir. So we have that stacked and possibly double stacked. And then Trey McBride. I actually kind of love this team. To be honest with you, I haven't tried the zero RB thing, especially with two elite onesies. This team actually feels pretty fire. All right, Spike says, thoughts on Drake May's price? Do you think it will stick throughout the big board? So his price has already dropped significantly. Whenever this started, like, he's already back here behind Jaden Daniels, or right before Jaden Daniels. Like, I think he's going to stabilize in this group. I think that this is what's going to stay. I think between Drake May and Jackson Dart, Like I've seen Drake May fall all the way back to this side. Um, so I think that it is where it deserves to be now. I personally do think, like, I always thought Lamar was the quarterback too, so I got a bunch of them early. I kind of think that Lamar's going to fall back a little bit too. I think that everybody's like, people are starting to get like worried about the production from last year. I'm personally not worried that much about it, but I will be slightly overweight. I don't know how overweight I'll be because I do. Like, I kind of wonder, since all of the quarterbacks are pushed up so heavily now, if that's going to revert back to elite quarterbacks being better, right? Because part of the reason elite quarterback wasn't as good over the last couple of years is because the people at the back of the draft were doing well, like the Baker in this 15th round, right? Well, you basically don't get 15th round quarterbacks right now in this meta, right? Before all these people have signed. And if you do, you don't have stacks. So I am very curious. Like, I kind of think that that's going to change a lot. I've not got a lot of Cam Ward, but I will absolutely take a Cam Ward share here if he is available. It would be awesome. If we don't get him, it's fine. Like, if we don't get him, we could take Daniel Jones. I do have another plan here. So what does Lawsimo do? He does not take Cam Ward. We will take Cam Ward. We will get our second quarterback. This is the only time I've ever seen, like, that when I needed a second quarterback, that Cam Ward actually fell past like 140. Generally, Cam Ward gets pulled way up the board whenever I'm drafting for some reason. What's up, Jamie? We will definitely be talking later tonight. I have a pretty great idea I think you'll be interested in. And I do want to hear that song you were talking about. So we will. Do we just want to start Andrews here? No, we're gonna go Pat Bryant. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take Pat Bryant here. I cut, like, I'll just go ahead and air it. I want Gunnar Helm. Like, I want Gunnar Helm on this team. If my next two picks are DK plus Gunnar Helm, I'm very happy with that. I can stop at two quarterbacks if I want. I could actually stop. Like, this is probably going to end up being a 3-6-8-3 since I'm waiting so long on the last tight end. And I don't know if you guys know this, but tight end can hit your flex. I know people don't draft for tight end to hit their flex, but it is possible for tight end to hit your flex. And generally, like, tight end hits flex a lot more than you think. Because if you have three tight ends, especially like in these 20-round formats, tight ends get targeted for a lot of touchdowns, and 50 yards in the touchdown with 4 receptions is 13 points. A lot of the time, 13 points is enough to hit your flex. And it's not uncommon for both of your tight ends to get to like 13 points, like 2 of your 3 tight ends to get 40 yards and a touchdown and like 4 receptions, right? Which that would be what, 2? So that'd be 12 points. Like, that's not uncommon for just 2 tight ends to randomly get 40 yards and a touchdown. And like I was saying, you don't necessarily shoot for that, but that's not a bad thing, like, in my eyes. All right, we're going to go ahead and type in Chimere DK here. If we get him, we get him. If we don't, we don't. I'm perfectly fine with it. I love all 3 of these prices. Those prices are awesome. We do have team correlation here with Jonathan Brooks as well. DK is the piece I really want. I'm fully going to take two trash tight ends at the end of this draft. That is absolutely going to happen. For sure. We got 25 watching. We got 14 likes. I was planning on doing another draft no matter what, but 14 likes is not a great number. All right, so we do get DK. Hopefully we can pull one of these 2 guys around. What do we want to do here? We have one running back, Jadarian Price, and I mean, we could be done at wide receiver if we really wanted to be. I've still not taken a share of Joe Mixon. Like, the man disappeared from football completely. Just smash that like button. Thanks, Alex. You gotta absolutely smash that like button. All right, so I'm going to get one of these two players. That feels awesome. Yeah, Vidal is like one of my most owned players. This running back room feels really solid for not picking one until Ramondre, Monungai, Price, Gainwell, Dobbins, Vidal. Like, that feels like a lot of fun. The new UN made is just for fun for yourself. Oh, nice. I have a really fun, and we can talk about this later, but I have a really fun idea for a video that's like, it's definitely just a comedy video, but I absolutely it's going to be a lot of fun to make, and I believe it's going to be really fun for people to watch. And I know exactly what kind of music I want for it, so we could definitely discuss that. It'll be a total, I'm not going to reveal anything about the video until it actually releases, because I don't want somebody to take the idea and run with it before I can. Just a little teaser there. Like, if somebody were to randomly hear this and to come up, because I've already got the clips and everything done, made. I just have to do some timing and play with it a bit. I'm gonna probably do that in the morning. I also tomorrow I'm gonna take time to redo my rankings on Underdog as well. I haven't. I made rankings at the very beginning, but I've definitely changed some of my opinions. So we will definitely we definitely need to do that, because I just want to placeholder things out there for the beginning of the best ball season. Enough of the people have moved around, and we've got a little bit of information. More coaches have been hired. So obviously nothing feels the same right now. So we're going to go ahead and queue up Gunnar Helm. He's an instant pick for me if he makes it here. And then we just need, a second tight end probably. I guess, what do the people on the edges have? So they both need tight end. This guy just has Kyle Pitts. This guy just has Ty Johnson and Dallas Goedert. So I definitely need to take the guy I want first. I would have probably tried to push it and taken Parkinson if he made it, and then get Helm on the way back. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and take Helm if we can. And Rick Cruiser and Losmo both have two. Maybe they like Helm. If they want Helm, they can have Helm. That would make sense because he has Ridley. So it would be a team stack. And he does have Tajay Spears as well. So it would make sense to do that. Oh, he went the other route. Taking Io Manor. Still in on the same team. But, if Parkinson makes it back around, I'm smashing that. I've not taken a share of Cade Otton yet. But I will say that, I might just want to be done. I think this works. Amon-Ra, McMillan, DK, Pierce, Shakir, Pat Bryant, DK, right? DK Metcalf and Chimere DK. You got to correlate when you can. And Shakir has a K in his last name, which is different. K's are odd in the names. If you look through the NFL player pools and stuff, the one name that is the one letter that is the least, that I noticed the least, is actually that. We're actually going to take Aaron Rodgers here. I know that may seem stupid. I'm perfectly fine with just these two guys, but I have Gainwell. I believe that Gainwell is 100% at Pittsburgh if Rodgers is going to go back. And I also have DK Metcalf. So for me, that's a thing. And Pratt Fryermuth is rarely drafted. So if Fryermuth is available in the last round, like in the next round, like we take him. And we could decide to go with a 7th running back here. Like if Adam Randall's there, I probably take him. If Adam Randall's not there, I probably just add I don't know. I'll probably take Fryermuth and then decide what I want. I haven't taken Flournoy for a bit, but this team this team needs Omar Cooper is what this team needs. All of my teams need Omar Cooper. I think he's wide receiver 6 in this class. I think it's an obvious thing. I don't really think it's that close between him and Jeremy Bernard and Surratt and all those guys. I think there's an argument you could make. Like I went into it thinking that Concepcion was obviously the 4. After the research I done today, I'm backing off of that a little bit. So I think you could argue Cooper over Concepcion. I don't think I'm going to do it, but I think it's close. Thanks for popping in, everybody. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, please sub. We're very close to 400 subs. It would be awesome if by the end of the week we have the 400 subs. We've been making some traction this week. Things have been going pretty well. We might be able to hit 400 by the end of the day if the people who are over on X would like to come over to the Who Hames. We have 6, I think, watching on X. I'm sure some of you are watching on both, but if the people watching on X come over and sub to Who Hames on YouTube, we can get closer to the super chat area, which is at 500. And at 500 subs, I've said this before, at 500, I'm going to do an 8-hour live stream someday. So that is something to look forward to. I feel like, and that ends at the NFL draft. If we don't get there by the NFL draft, we're not doing the 8-hour. We'll probably do like a 4-hour afterwards or whatever. But the goal is to get the 500 by then. That is the one goal for me right now. What's up, Nice and Blunt? How we doing? Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of Fallout last night, and I was getting ready to go to bed, and I turned on my I jumped on to check my Discord, and I just happened to refresh YouTube, and Nice and Blunt was on. I'm like, oh, a 1 a.m. stream. Got it. Not 1 a.m. for him, but yeah. Yeah, he really is. And he took Ryan Flournoy. He took Kate Otten, who I had queued up. I'm going to take a player here who I don't have a lot of, and I kind of like. We're going to take Skylar Bell. I do like Brazel over Skylar Bell, but I want some Skylar Bell. I definitely want some Skylar Bell. If you're in my Discord, by the way, there's a link to the free Discord down below. I put a clip in there, like a highlight video as a highlight video for him from another source. And I put a timestamp at 1 minute and 10 seconds of that video. There's this insane Skylar Bell catch. Like, you guys want to watch it? Just go to the YouTube. Just go to the Discord. Click that video. It's in the Hangout section. Watch the catch at 1 minute and 10 seconds. I will agree. It was like partial luck, partial skill, but it was really awesome. It was really fun. But yeah, we are done. We got a 3-6-8-3 here. We have Josh Allen, Cam Ward, Aaron Rodgers. Didn't need a third quarterback here with the Josh Allen, but we waited until Cam Ward, and Aaron Rodgers is free and it's 20 rounds, so might as well take it if we have stacks. Running backs, was worried we wouldn't get there, but it honestly feels strong. Ramondre, Monungai, Price, Gainwell, Dobbins, Vidal. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra, McMillan, Metcalf, Alec Pierce, Shakir, Pat Bryant, Shamira DK, and Skylar Bell. So we have a potential double stack in Buffalo, probably just a single stack. We have a potential double stack with Gainwell and Metcalf. I know that he's a free agent, but like I said before, I assume if Gainwell or if Rodgers ends up on Pittsburgh, that they make it a point to sign Gainwell because they're like best friends. It sounds like. And then we have the Ward to DK plus Gunnar Helm stuff going on, and we have Freiermuth also if the Pittsburgh stuff works out. But we also got Trey McBride here to an elite tight end. So we got 2 elite onesies. We got 2 very early wide receivers. Then we took I like the balance of this team. I think this team is fairly balanced, and it has some correlation. First draft of the stream, at least until I have a ton of followers, we will review your team. Losimo he was at the 9. 2, 6, 10, 2. Drake May, Dak Prescott. Oh, that's right. You started. I just popped in at the end. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah. Drake May, Dak Prescott, Omarion Hampton, Breece Hall, Trey Benson, Tajay, Sean Tucker, Najee. Very solid room. Started. You did the opposite that I did. Wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb, J-Mo, Jordan Tyson, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Reed, Concepcion, Calvin Ridley, Elikai Omenor, Kyle Williams, and Cooper Kupp. Every one of these players, other than J-Mo, was a player that I would have had in consideration when it was coming to me, or that was on my board to take when it was coming back. So that's interesting. Like I would have taken basically I was thinking about Hampton, went with McBride. Everybody I was thinking about is who he ended up taking. And then you got Dalton Kincaid and Jake Berg. Honestly, that's probably enough at tight end. I probably had overkill. That's a really good team. I like it. Rick Cruiser here, 3683 from the 8-hole. We were all in a line there. Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Daniel Jones. Running back, Christian McCaffrey, Bucky Irving, Jonah Coleman, Intimate Johnson, Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton, all of the rookies. We got the touch master here. Then we got Bucky Irving. Hopefully those two are alive by week 6 whenever these guys kind of break out. And then you got all the rookies. If you're going to take 4 rookies, I kind of like having the 2 veterans up top. Wide receivers, Drake London, Zay Flowers, Christian Watson, Michael Pittman, Jacoby Lane. I'm not taking a lot of Jacoby. I don't mind the price, but I tend to like the floor noise and the Darnell Mooney's a little better. I do mix him in though. I like him a bit. And Treylon Burks for the stack with Jaden Daniels. What's better than a year 4 wide receiver breakout? Then he got my boy Tucker Kraft, Kenyon Sadiq, and Cade Otton. Yeah, I like that team. I like that team quite a bit. I probably would have only went three rookie running backs and added a veteran in, like a one-eyed Najee down here or something. But that's not really that big of a deal, you know. Like that's just a personal preference thing. It wasn't a bad idea. Mike Rob says, "Who's going to draft this stream now?" Later off stream. Which one? Oh yeah, the one from Losimo, probably. I probably will draft a team very similar to that. I personally enjoy the late night streams, nice and blunt, even though I'm 2 hours behind you. Yeah, they're really nice. I jump around all the different content. I like all of them, honestly. And by the way, nice and blunt, check them out for sure. And Jamie, over on IDP Center, it's IDP Center is where they are. I actually finished, and I don't know if you like my intro video, but if you do like my intro video, I just finished an intro video for these guys. Since Jamie's helped me out with music, uh, I made them an intro video. I think it was pretty good. They liked it. I thought it was decent, not great. They really liked it, so maybe it's better than I thought it was. I don't know when they're going to reveal that intro, but they will reveal it at some point. Yeah, so we are moving on to Game Tide's team. We got a 3-6-8-3. Trevor Lawrence, Malik Willis, Kyler Murray. It's looking more and more like something positive is going to happen with Kyler, so that's good. Devon Achane, Jeremiah Love, Kenneth Walker, Cam Skadaboo, Caleb Johnson, and Mike Washington. I love the 4 strong at the beginning, like the 3 strong, the possible misprice if he's healthy, and then the 2 super shots at the bottom. I'm going to assume your wide receiver room is like decent at the top, but really solid through. Like I'm going to guess you had 8 wide receivers, like almost 8 consecutive rounds. Like let's look at the board. Yeah, like that's kind of what I expected. Like 6 of them by then. Wide receiver, Egbuka, Brian Thomas, Parker Washington. He did get the Trevor Lawrence. That's awesome. Denzel Boston, Travis Hunter, Isaac Tesla, Omar Cooper, Jalen Noel, and then Brenton Strange likely and T. Ferg. You got 4 options for Trevor Lawrence. He spreads the ball around. That makes some sense. You got Tesla. You got my boy Omar Cooper. You got Boston. I really like this team. I think of the teams, like I really like my team. I really like I liked all 4 of the teams. I don't know what I would rate them. I would say mine, I think I like this one the most. And then I like mine. And then I like Los Mos. And then sorry, Rick. And not that I hate your team. I think your team's really good. I would have just liked one more rookie in there. Or one more non-rookie. I heard backfeed in my headset and it shocked me. But anyway, we're going to go on over to drafters. And we're going to try to fill a drafters lobby. Anybody want to do a drafters? I'm going to hit the intro. I'm going to join now, but we're going to go ahead and hit the countdown as well. So here we go. We are good.
We never leave the rhyme. Fury, endless, relentless, fantasy, reigns. Who waits? Immortal.
Not sure how close we are. I am doing we are waiting on 4, it looks like. I'm doing the timestamp at the moment. We got 35 watching now. Thank you guys for popping in. And like always, if you're new to the channel and you do enjoy the content, please smash the sub button to help out a lot. And also, if you've never drafted on Drafters, you can use promo code WHO for 100% deposit match for up to $100. And just so you know, Drafters is full PPR. It is 100% full PPR. It is cumulative scoring. So you know if you have a sweat or not at the end. You need to put your face on all those players in that video. I will definitely. We better fill this today. Yeah, I think we're. I think we're gonna wait for this to fill today. So I'll talk about some rumors I heard. These aren't things that are like for sure happening. These are just things that I've heard a rumor that it could possibly be happening. Number one, I've seen a rumor that Tua might have got told that he was getting cut already. I've also heard a rumor that if Aaron Rodgers doesn't end up going back to Pittsburgh, that the Steelers are interested in him. So, or in Kyler Murray. So those are just rumors. That's all I got. Like, no facts, all rumors here. We're still waiting on 3 for this drafters. Hopefully it doesn't It usually takes a little longer for these to fill. Um, but what questions you guys have? Like, let's look at the poll. The Matt Nagy thoughts. 5% said we got 20 votes. That's better than usual. Usually not everybody votes. We got New York Giants Super Bowl 5%. We got why do the Giants want to suck at 40%. We also have how was Matt Nagy employed again at 40%. And then we have please trade neighbors at 15%. And I found out what that sound was. It was my headset. Headset is about dying. So I gotta plug it in. So sorry for that, and sorry for that noise. I just smashed the mic. You're welcome. Apparently the connection's loose here, so we might have to change mics in a minute. Waiting on 2 over here on Drafters. Mike Evans to Buffalo. It's a rumor. I just started now. I've been saying that for a while, man. Like, I think that, like, I'm gonna put a video out of like hot takes for the free agency here pretty soon. I may do it tonight. I may do it tomorrow. I don't know, but that's gonna be like one of them. Mike McCarthy and Kyler Murray are the real life Timon and Puma combo. Smash the like and the mic. Hell yeah. But Nice and Blunt knows what's up. You got we do it all. We do it all here, man. We do everything. But yeah, we it looks like we will get this filled. So let's kind of look at some of the stats, overall stats from last year. Let's look at the wide receiver stuff and fantasy points per game from last year. And so Puka last year, fantasy points per game, just absolutely smashed everybody else. He did play one less game, so his total fantasy points were about the same as JSN's. But he had 19 and a half fantasy points per game, and this is half point PPR. That is crazy, right? If Matt Stafford is back next year, like, it's pretty guaranteed that he should be the 101. The only reason I don't, or the 101 of the number one receiver, I should say. But I do, I put him at 3 just purely because we do not know for sure. And it fills. We got Rick Cruiser at the 101. We have Broad at the 102. We got Legalizer at the 103. We got Mikey at the 104. Louisiana Lightning at the 105. We got Game Tide at the 8. Man, I'm filling this whole. Look at it. I'm filling the whole lobby. But you know what? All I know is I don't have 66 drafts in. This contest has barely started, and this dude has 66 drafts in. 66. Come on, guy. We got Lutz, who I didn't mention, at the 11. I noticed this earlier. I was in a draft earlier today on Drafters, and this guy had 63 in. So you need to catch up, Brought. I know when Superflex came out last year, you just smashed and smashed and smashed. But yeah, I did one of these earlier. This is not a room where Scadaboo is going to fall. Yeah, 66 smells like this guy just he just set up some. I'm assuming, I don't know in French. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming what happened is they just set up some auto ranks, and they just clicked 150 max and logged out. Yeah, give me a minute though. We won't play this background music for long, but we're gonna see if you guys like. This is one of the songs Jamie made for the background, so I don't know if it'll get boring, if it'll get weird, if you like it, if you don't. What's up, fam? By the way, sorry I didn't shout you out whenever you come in. Tell me if you like this as a background music or not. Something completely different. And if it's loud enough. just basically want noise. It's definitely not the normal feel from the YouTube stuff. So we got Trey McBride at the 108. That is, man. I take Amon Ra every draft. We're just gonna take HA in there. You're welcome, Lutz. Like I've done 7 of these now, and I have 3 shares of Amon Ra already. So we're definitely. I'm thinking it could be someone else, but I'm pretty sure in French talked a lot of crap in the Superflex, but was drafting randomly. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll take Cook. We'll take Cook HN. Could be someone else. Got it. Okay. I kind of wondered if that was the thing. If it would be too much. Like we could listen to like this one's the same way, right? So like I was kind of thinking that like that's kind of what it was. Mine's so low that I could barely hear it. I think he's the guy that I've seen take McBride. Like I think his autos are set up. He's the guy who takes McBride Bowers, I think. Let me go in another window and look that up. Drafters. Because there's a guy who at the 12 takes McBride Bowers like every time. Was it this one? No, okay. I think it's this guy. Betty 8. Here's a draft. That was number 3 for me. I think the second one I done, he also did it. Nope. That's not it. Was it the first one I done? Nope, because Lutz didn't do that. We will look at the 4th one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just the once. Okay. I was wrong. It was just the once, but or I'll check the other one, the 5th one. Maybe the 5th. Maybe it was the 5th one. Oh, it was a different guy. A different guy done it in this one. McBride Bowers on their first draft. Boss Bison or BOS Bison. So we have 2 people out here taking McBride Bowers, just so you're aware. Well, I mean, the dude has 66 done. Yeah, I mean, what do you expect him not to be in your draft if he's got 66 done, right? And by the way, we're gonna set a light goal for a 3rd draft. It'll be an underdog little board if we get there. It'll be 35 likes for a 3rd draft. I'm gonna reach out to somebody tonight about being a guest tomorrow, and then on Thursday we have Lutz. Look forward to that for sure. I did send you a message in Discord about something earlier. I'm sure you've seen it. It's no rush, but just respond to that whenever you can. That guy might beat Davis in total drafts. That's probably what he's doing. Maybe he can only draft over here, and like he's real thirsty for drafts. So I'm going to go ahead and take T. Higgins here. I do think T. Higgins is kind of ahead of that tier. I think that T. Higgins is in the tier with Olave, George Pickens. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that is correct. And I'm perfectly happy with either Ladd or Devontae here. Like, both of them feel so good. So do your worst. Do your worst, Lutz. Yeah, like, I don't know if that guy is a somebody who does like drafts on underdog, right? I just know Like, so they were doing the same thing in the dailies on like, I guess we could move we could do this for a second. But yeah, like he's got 60. I guess whenever I click his name, it shows, right? Yeah. And is this view better for drafters? Let me know. Do you like this view better for drafters, or do you like this view better for drafters? I feel like this works better. Let me know. I mean, obviously, where it's not grayed out. I think this one works better. I usually forget to switch to this view though. So if you like it better and I forget, just yell at me, and I'll remember to do it then. But yeah, I like this start. If I thought that Lamar had any chance at all to make it back, I would have been interested in Zay. I do think that Zay is close to the McConkey range. I think he's pretty close, but this early on, I definitely want to get some of these. I definitely want like Ladd, who I think is an underpriced player right now, on a team where I get what I consider a fall on T. Higgins. Like H.N. Cook it's probably not going to be like incredibly rare, but I do think that it'll be more rare than usual. Maybe a lot of 12 holes will be able to get it. I don't know. But McBride went way early here, and Jefferson and Bowers and Jeremiah Love all went early, right? So like he went early for HN to make it, and then those three players went early, and the ADPs might change. I'm assuming that we'll talk about Jefferson whenever Lutz is on Thursday, who, by the way, Lutz, top 10 finisher in the main last year over here on Drafters. I think that the firing of the GM is a positive thing for Jefferson. I think that means that they're not in a good cap situation, but I do think that if the Tua getting release stuff is accurate, I think Tua could end up in Minnesota on a league minimum contract, like we seen when Broncos released Russell Wilson, and he played for nothing because like he could sign for league minimum because he's getting $50 million, or he's getting all that money anyway. Like I think a situation like that could happen with Tua, and I could see Minnesota bringing him in. And I'm not saying I love Tua as a quarterback, but I do think that having him with 9 would be to start the season would be a positive thing, right? And a league minimum Tua is probably a pretty good pick. We're gonna go ahead and take Carnell Tate here. I do like Carnell Tate quite a bit. It looks like Justin Herbert might make it all the way back, so we will wait on him. Hopefully Waddle makes it around. In French, Wise pulled up Scadaboo, by the way. So Waddle does go to Lutz. I do like Tate more than Waddle, but I do need to mix both of them in. I'm a little down on Sutton this year. I could bring up him. I don't take a whole lot of Tyler Warren, but I do think he's a fine pick. Do I want to bring up? I'm just going to take Joe Burrow here, actually. We have T. Higgins. I think we can go ahead and take Joe Burrow and feel good about it. Let's scroll down the draft board a little bit. Maybe living in Minnesota would help Tua in the cold. I mean, maybe, but they have a dome. So I just think that if Tua does get cut, he can sign for league minimum like the Russell Wilson thing, right? And I think that Minnesota is a perfect spot for him to go. Number one, to learn from KOC. Number two, because he's probably just an instant upgrade to JJ McCarthy. And I think that would help Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison significantly. And I think that as a team, they would be better. I would rather see this. I would absolutely rather see this. 100%. I'm just saying what I believe could happen. Like if Tua is cut, that Tua will sign somewhere for league minimum, and Minnesota is like 40. Like Minnesota's like 40 million over the cap right now. Like I think I brought this up the other day, but I'll bring it up again. So view all. No, I don't want to watch an ad. Why did you take me to another screen? Whenever I click no, view all. View all. There we go. All right, so Vikings, 40 million over the cap as of right now. And their effective cap space is negative 45 million. So they have to make some moves. So that's why I think that the Tua thing makes complete sense. Assuming that he is available. I mean, I will absolutely take Herbert here and be done at quarterback. I would have no problem with that. Absolutely not. I would also have no problem taking a Ricky Pearsall or a Brian Thomas, even a Pollard. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with a lot of these picks. And it's Justin Herbert does go. Thanks, Carl Ramrod. You're a real one, Carl. You're a real one. I do think like Pearsall's a good pick here. I like Pearsall. It gets me. It probably helped me that Justin Herbert went since I have Burrow. To be honest with you, but how are we doing, Steve? Definitely look forward to tomorrow. By the way, I did in the message I sent you. I basically have 17 rookie running backs ranked, and I have 18 rookie wide receivers ranked. I'm not sure how deep you want to go. I watched some other people that they're probably gonna get drafted, but I like most of those. Half of those I don't feel like are good best ball picks, but I do think they're really good players, and I would like to kind of touch on them for like dynasty type reasons. But yeah, I figure your list is pretty deep with where you have ranks, and there is a player I messaged you about that I figure you have watched that is a very interesting talk that we'll get to tomorrow. We got 35 watching now. That's awesome. Up to 30 likes. If we could get to 35 likes, we will be doing our last draft over on Underdog on a little board. And I mean, if we get there, we will probably put up a massive goal for even a fourth draft. I might get a little wild with it. We'll see. So the team right now, we have Joe Burrow, Achane, Cook, Kyle Guy, T. Higgins, Ladd McConkey, Carnell Tate, Ricky Pearsall. We're going to go ahead and queue up Brock Purdy. If we don't get Brock Purdy, great. If we get Brock Purdy, great, right? And then I'm pretty good, since I spent the capital with Joe Burrow, not having another really high one. We definitely need to grade French's team at the end. What, you don't love what he's doing? Are you a judge? What? Are we going to judge his team? See if we love it? Is that what we're going to do? Is it going to get a boo? Look at that. He's correlated. He's writing a story out here. We're going to judge this team. He thinks we're going to love it, but we're actually going to boo it. You may or may not like it. You're welcome. Bad jokes all around, guys. Bad jokes all around. I'm here for it. He's gonna get a Laporte card. Yeah, I'm stretching. I guess I'm in my bag today. You're all welcome. Yeah, so if you want, we could definitely grade French's team. Yeah, he's got the names. He's definitely got the names. So I'm not like super in on Manon guy, as I mentioned earlier, but I don't hate his price. I'm dying to pay the rake. Let's get those likes in. It says Dirty. Yeah, Dirty's just now kind of starting drafting season, right? Like he's a degen, but not like as hardcore as the rest of us, because the rest of us have been drafted for a while already. He's like the other night. I think your first draft was on my stream the other night, right? Like 2 nights ago, or was I know I was in a chat. Maybe it was on Candyman. Maybe it was with Candyman. So a player I have not taken yet is Michael Pittman. I'm kind of in the camp that they cut Pittman and re-sign Alec Pierce. That's kind of where I'm at. And I don't know, like Michael Pittman in the free agent market, like I might like Jawan Jennings more than Pittman if he's a free agent. You know, like it'll be like I don't know what a team will want. Like if they don't care about character, like Kansas City, like Jennings is the better pick, right? Here's one more like. Thank you, 2 Mules. Just got here. Was hoping you knew another drafters. Live in Ontario. Yeah, because you got to have your reasons, man. I'm not going to read it, but it is definitely on the screen for anybody who wants to. If they're watching or listening and not watching, we'll keep it on the screen for a second. Let's just say that 2 Mules is a huge fan of a guy named Doug Ford. I don't know who Doug Ford is, but I'm assuming he's like some kind of a mayor or whatever for Ontario. I don't know what your political structure is like over there, but I would assume it's something to do with that. We don't get into politics on the network, but we'll let you shout out your hate. I mean, Pittman at 106 is an okay pick, though. Got it. Yep. We will absolutely smash Brock Purdy. That was an easy click. We are done at quarterback now. We just have to hope we don't get a bye week there. If we want, we can take another one later. Is he going to do the double stack? He did not get the double stack. Addison does go in French. Absolutely making sure that no fun is allowed. So I don't get to Algier enough. We're just gonna pull up Emmett Johnson though. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull up Emmett Johnson. I really like Emmett Johnson. I think that this is the exact kind of running back room that you want Emmett Johnson in as your 4. Like I feel really good about these 4. Related to Rob Ford, his brother. I think they've started the process of easing the law here. Heck yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to do more drafts with all of the Ontario folks. Like it'd be awesome for Big Draft Energy to be able to do Underdog, for 2 Mules to be able to do some Underdog with us, for Brought to join in on Underdog. That would be fantastic. I think is Bindles in Ontario? I think Bindles may be in Ontario also. But yeah. Yeah. If I do a drafter's draft, I'm probably going to do it as my second draft most days. And I'm not going to do them every day. I do think that I'll do them here and there. Like I'll probably pick a day of the week. Maybe on Tuesdays we do. Maybe on Tuesdays we just start with the first draft being drafters. Uh, Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll start with doing drafters first draft on Tuesdays or something, assuming I don't have a guest. Like I'm not going to run drafters on days I have guests because you can't name your drafts. So assuming scheduling and stuff, I need to rent the cottage out to all the yeah. For a week. Okay, got it. Live stream it. Cottage, Quebec. If you Cottage is in Quebec. Yeah. Yeah, I knew you went there, so I knew it wasn't in Ontario. So but yeah, I like this team quite a bit. I'm very strong at running back. This is gonna be probably I might be done at 5 running backs, honestly. I might end up going 6, but I could easily stop at 2 quarterbacks. I could easily stop at 5 running backs. Definitely going to take a whole bunch of darts here at wide receiver. Where is Concepcion is rumored to, like, for some reason, like there's already rumors about him going to San Francisco. It's pretty early for that stuff to happen. I haven't looked into why. Maybe there's a connection there. I don't know. But like I've seen a couple different places, like there's some rumor for him to go there. There is something else that I think could happen in free agency that I think makes sense for the Niners. That's not Juwan Johnson. I kind of wonder if Juwan Johnson is definitely out of San Francisco. They were kind of butting heads at the end of the season. And I will say that there's a player still on the board here that I don't like at ADP, but at the current price, I mean, I wasn't planning on taking a running back here, but if one of those top 2 players make it to me, I'm absolutely taking a running back. And Woody Marks was the one. Like, I don't love his price that at 110, but this range, like, I do think that he should be ahead of Ja'Cory Cross-Kamara. Like, I don't necessarily know if he should be ahead of Coleman or Gainwell, but I think ahead of JCM, like, I think that's fair. Oh, the Who crew didn't know. That's right. All right, so we are taking either okay, we're going to take Deebo Samuel. I think there's a decent chance that the Niners just bring Deebo back. Deebo's play style perfectly works with what Ricky Pearsall does well. Deebo, not awesome last year, but like I think he could take a cheaper contract, go to a team that has a chance to win. I really like it as an upside pick late. Even if he falls off late in the year, like it helps with the Cardinal Tate pick. But I do kind of like the idea of that happening. And I do think this is probably more or less going to become a 4 tight end team. That's the more I'm looking at this, I definitely like this as a 4 tight end team. We could take Concepcion here. I think we're either taking Concepcion or Booty. I probably prefer the Booty. So we're going to go ahead and take Booty here, see what happens. No tight ends yet. So the team right now, we have Joe Burrow, we have Brock Purdy, we have Achane Cook, Kyle Monangai, Emmett Johnson. Wide receiver, we have T. Higgins stacked up with Burrow. We have Ladd McConkey, Carnell Tate, Ricky Pearsall, Deebo Samuel, and Booty. And we have Ricky Pearsall stacked up with Purdy, and I could see Deebo Samuel re-signing in San Francisco. So I've been seeing, I got George Kittle at 170 earlier today. I did one draft earlier on Drafters today, and I got George Kittle at 177 as my tight end 3. That felt really good. If I can get him on this Brock Purdy team at 154, I think it's fine. I do think you have to dock him a lot more, but that, like, if that happens, like, that's whenever it's a 4 tight end team, right? I do think that if I take Kittle, it has to be a 4 tight end team. We have 7 more rounds to get 5 more likes or 4 more likes. We're at 31 likes. I would like to do a little board on stream today, but I would also like to save some little boards. But we will be back over on Underdog if we can get those likes. And yeah, so the KC Concepcion video I showed the other day on the stream, the one that I made, there was one clip that got demonetized in it. I took that clip out. So if you're somebody who goes back and watches content, it'll probably seem pretty weird because I just straight edited out that segment. So it's probably gonna not flow at all right there. I put it in the description underneath. I'm like, hey, this is gonna feel a little weird because I haven't really got into going into editing and being like, hey, weird break here or whatever. So, but Kittle does go. I think it's a pretty solid pick there. Definitely need a tight end here. There are several guys I don't mind, but like it definitely doesn't feel good. Definitely doesn't feel good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If Tyreek's here, we're no selling. We're just gonna go. I mean, if we go 4 late tight ends, we might as well go ahead and take him, right? And if we're gonna, maybe we just push tight end to the very end. I think we're just gonna push tight end to the very end of this draft. Myself, my chair is stuck right now. I can't move it around, and I'm trying to get situated. I'm sure you guys notice I move around a lot. My ADHD and like I'm all fidgety all the time. But I can't sit still. So this is quarterback island, huh? Like the quarterback round. You got Bryce Young to Willis all within like 12 picks. Or I guess it's 15 picks. So yeah, Tyreek Hill. I feel like I know some people are scared. I'm not incredibly scared. This is also the kind of team that like James Conner's a pretty good pick on this kind of team. I don't know. I think there's enough running backs down here that by the time it gets back to me, I'll feel good about it. I kind of really want one of these 2 tight ends, but Tyreek Hill is an absolute value, assuming he plays. And the wide receiver, like for huge upside, I kind of think that Hill is a big fall off. Like there's a fall off in talent here. What does Game Tight do? He takes Tyreek. I like the pick of Tyreek there for sure. So I'm guaranteed to get one of these 2 tight ends. So In French has 2 high tight ends right now. Lutz has 1 tight end. So I'm going to go ahead and take the guy I like more, and that's Theo Johnson over Mark Andrews. So Lutz, well, at least I didn't look. Just like I guess he is a Giants fan. Maybe I'm being a dick, but I just like Theo Johnson this year. I think he's a really good pick. If Andrews comes back, we take Andrews. Maybe, and if Andrews doesn't come back, like I'm definitely going to push that a little bit more. Yeah, if Andrews doesn't come back, okay, he doesn't take Andrews, so we're going to go ahead and take Andrews. He pushes tight end again, but I got 2 tight ends. We got Theo Johnson. We got Mark Andrews. I do feel like this is a 4 tight end team. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. We have Joe Burrow. We have Brock Purdy. We have Devon Achane, James Cook, Kyle Monangai, Emmett Johnson, wide receivers, T. Higgins, Ladd McConkey, Carnell Tate, Ricky Pearsall, Deebo Samuel, Kayshon Boutte, Theo Johnson, Mark Andrews. So I will say I do want to do another draft. Are you still here, Fantasy Dog? This is what we'll do. If we don't get to the 35 likes, I'll just run another Drafters. Drafters is less popular, but I don't mind doing it, and I kind of want to do another draft tonight. I'm in a really good mood today. Like I like mentally clear. I'm not always mentally clear. 5 tight end. Like I actually don't think that's the worst shout. Like it did kind of cross my mind because those 2 quarterbacks absolutely could be enough, right? Achan Cook, Monungai, Emmett Johnson, like going one more, like so that's cutting off 2, right? Yeah, like you know how some days you're not like you're with it, but like you're not fully like you don't feel. It's not even that you're not mentally clear, but some days you're like incredibly mentally clear. Like that's how I feel today. So tomorrow, when I stream with Steve, if Rooney pops in, you should pay Steve off to chat ban him for 5 minutes. Why? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like just a little bit of like things are pretty good today. So it depends on what running back I get. Like if I get Sean Tucker, Braylon Allen, Aaron Jones here, I like maybe even Sampson. Like if I can get any of those other than Brooks, I'm definitely going to stop at 5. If I get Jonathan Brooks, I might still stop at 5. But I definitely want 5 or 4 tight ends. Like I do think 5 is arguable. I think I want, because 5 tight ends would be just -1 from quarterback and -1 from tight end, or from running back, which I think is perfectly fine here. It'd still give me 8 wide receivers. I've not selected Jerry Jeudy, but I do think that at this price, he's worth looking at. And I have 6 wide receivers, so I still need 2 more wide receivers for sure. There is a tight end. Like I know what 2 tight ends I want in this draft specifically as well. So I'm going to get one of these guys. I would love to get Tucker over Jonathan Brooks or Sampson. Ryan Flournoy has absolutely skyrocketed on drafters. I think it makes sense. For sure. Like I'm definitely taking one of these guys, and then I'm probably taking a receiver. I'm pretty sure I can get the 2 tight ends I want for this team in the very last round. Yeah, we're taking Sean Tucker here. With Sean Tucker here, Achan, Cook, Monungai, Emmett Johnson, Sean Tucker. I think that's enough to stop at 5. What do you guys think? You guys think that's enough? Let me know when you're entering, and I'll join. Check when someone drafts Hampton. Like it might be me. I know you don't like Hampton. I like Hampton. I kind of think Hampton could be a 1-2 turn pick. But I loved him as a prospect, and literally everything that could have possibly went wrong for Hampton went wrong last year. Like nothing positive happened for Hampton. Whenever he did play, he looked fine though. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take Adonai Mitchell. Adonai Mitchell had some spikes near the end. A couple 20-point, like 18-point games are perfectly fine down in this area. Reality is for people who can't handle drugs. Isn't it the opposite? Like I kind of feel like drugs is for people who can't handle reality, but whatever. Like I mean, I guess it looks like there's 2 different aspects there for sure. Yeah, so we will be reviewing Broad's team, Legalize It, Mikey's, Louisiana's, Game Tights, mine obviously, Loots, and if the chat wants, we can. Like I kind of went over in French's already. We'll just go over his now. Like he can't do anything else incredibly crazy, but I don't love it. Right? I don't love it. It doesn't have a lot of powers. Like, I will judge it pretty poorly. Like, he pulled Judkins and Scadaboo all the way up to like the other side of the board, both off of giant injuries. You don't even have an actual one here. Yeah, we've been stuck at 32 likes, or I'm at 31 on my side. Maybe it's just slow. But yeah, we've been stuck for a while at the likes. And not only does he take Bowers, but he pulls Laporta up as well. So you have one wide receiver who is Michael Wilson through the first 9 rounds. And then he takes a whole bunch, but he takes a third tight end, Dalton Schultz, there. Like, the Dalton Schultz thing is like, why Dalton Schultz at 156 is the number one question. Like, that's a bigger question than why Dalton Schultz on a team where you have Bowers and Laporta. Like, I understand taking Schultz on a team with that. You don't have CJ Stroud. You don't have Nico. You don't even have a team stack. Like, I don't understand that. This looks like it's auto rankings for sure. Like, maybe that's what's going on. But I've seen him draft a couple times, and this isn't what his auto rankings look like. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't been paying enough attention. But yeah, I think we're done reviewing that team. No correlation. Not that correlation is everything. I do like the end of the draft here. I do like the Coker, Addison, Higgins, Franklin, Flournoy, Trey Tucker. I do like that. I like all of the receivers to try to get back. I think they make sense. It's the entire rest of the draft I don't like. We're up to 33 likes. We're on edge here. 2 more likes and we do an underdog draft. If we don't get those 2 likes, we will be staying over here on Drafters. And please don't unlike the video to stay on Drafters. That like, please don't do that. You've been showing one more the whole time. I'll refresh my screen over here. I'm showing 34 viewers and 33 likes. But I'll trust you. 5 more needed for the next draft. Oh, in the lobby? I mean, we could just take a vote. Oh, there we go. There's the 34. So we're going to do another draft either way. We're at 34. That's really close. Next draft, Drafters or UD. Yeah, we're at 35 now. We went ahead and we got to pull up for the next draft. I know some of you like underdog's going to win, but we'll at least put it up for a vote. So I said there were 2 tight ends I really wanted at the end of this draft. One of them just went. Jake Tonjes never goes. Like, did he take Kittle too? Is that the guy who took Kittle? No, okay. We're going to go ahead and take T. Ferg here. And the other guy, I'm just going to kind of wait on because I don't need to worry about him. I can unlike and unlike again. Yeah, right. But we're already there. We're up to 40 viewers. And like I said, the next draft, we can do either Drafters or Underdog. Only 8 votes right now. We got 40 watching and only 8 votes. So, I mean, if you don't care, you don't care. We're just taking Cooper Jr. I'm probably going to have like a 50% Omar Cooper Jr. ownership percentage on Drafters. I did hear something really scary earlier though. And it makes some sense. Do you think Mendoza's going to ask for Omar Cooper Jr. or Elijah Surratt? That was somebody in Davis's stream said that, and it actually makes sense. And I don't know if I like Omar Cooper Jr. in that wide receiver room, because they just took Jack Best. They already have Bowers. Trey Tucker's not but you have Mayer. I think he fits differently. he's like a faster version of what Mayer does. Like, and they're not going to run the 2 tight end stuff that they were last year as much, but and like he's just a better version of Jack Besh, right? I think it would kill Besh. I think it would be fine. I think it'd be really good for I think it'd be really good for Bowers and Trey Tucker. But I do think that Cooper, like, if he has trouble picking up the offense, that Besh being a second year guy could like eat in a little bit to him, right? But he's so cheap that I'm not super worried about that. And I do think that he's just like, I really liked Jack Besh last year, but all of his negative traits showed to be pretty true for the NFL level. Now, and a lot of that was separate, like the questions was separation. He did seem to kind of lean towards this, like having a little bit of separation issues. I don't think Omar Cooper's going to have that problem. So I'm not as worried about it at all. And by the way, thanks everybody for hitting the like. We definitely are doing that, like the next draft, which I was kind of going to do either way whenever we got close. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy it, please hit the like and subscribe. Well, unless you don't like the content, then don't subscribe. Just leave and enjoy your day. Yeah, so I'm reaching out to somebody tonight, hoping to have a guest on tomorrow. And for those of you who are just joining, because I said this earlier, but I'll say it now and I'll say it at the end of the next draft. I will be on Fanspeak Network with Steve. We'll be going over all the rookies. We'll be going over a bunch of like what picks we like, don't like in best ball. And then we're going to do a draft. We're going to have like a detailed discussion of our rookie ranks. And I actually have 2 rookie ranks. I have one that is what I like for best ball, like how I like these rookies for best, because like especially at tight end. I think at tight end, like what I rank players for the NFL draft is much different than what I rank players for best ball. So like a teaser. Michael Trigg is my number 2 best ball tight end, but he's my number 4 tight end for that. So I don't know if he went yet, but Gesicki is like undrafted all the time now. And like, he's a perfectly fine pick, right? So we ended up going with the 4th tight end. And we could still go another wide receiver or another running back. Why does this feel wrong? Oh, okay. That's why. And I think either an Adam Randall or Mike Washington makes sense here. We'll look over some of those. Look at the. Okay, don't like that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take Adam Randall. So my team, we are done. We got a 2-6-8-4 here. We got Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy. I feel very good there. We got Achane, Cook, Kyle Monangai, Emmett Johnson, Sean Tucker, Adam Randall. Wide receivers, Higgins stacked up with Burrow, double stacked with Gesicki. Ladd McConkey, Carnell Tate, Ricky Pearsall stacked up with Brock Purdy. We tried to get Tonjes. He didn't push him. I think that Debo becomes a Niner, but we're building that in case. Kayshon Boutte, Adonai Mitchell, Omar Cooper Jr., who also could land with the Niners. They're going to be picking around that time. The rare 5 tight end with Bowers. Yeah, he went double tight end at the end. What a guy. Theo, he seen I was going to go. He seen I went 4, and he's like, nuh-uh. I have supreme tight end power in this room, sir. You shall not have better tight ends than me. I dominate the tight end position, is what in French said. Theo Johnson, Andrews, Terrence Ferguson, Mike Gesicki. I mean, to be honest, like Trigg probably is my number 1, but like I also no, like I'm not gonna lie. Like I think he's close to Sadiq for best ball, but I also think Sadiq is higher. Sadiq has no like Sadiq is going to get a chance to play. We don't know Trig will. I'm getting like this could be the Harold Fannin of the class kind of vibes. Like if there's a Harold Fannin of the draft, it's definitely Trig. Um, I think it's a pretty good team. It is a 4 tight end team. I like the upside I got there, and with him and Theo, and then I got 2 old guys to like kind of get us there. All right, so yeah, we're gonna, yeah, Pat Fryermuth, Darren Waller. I gotta go to the top. So we'll just review his tight ends. What do we think of his tight end room? Brock Bowers, Sam Laporta, Dalton Schultz, Fryermuth, and Waller, with the running back room of Jeremiah Love, Quinshon Judkins, Cam Scatterboot, Chuba Hubbard. I mean, he did do the all early running back. Like, honestly, I don't love any of the running backs, but he did spend all the capital and go hyper fragile here, right? Like, I understand what he tried to do. I don't think it makes a lot of sense with Bowers. I think those 2 picks could have easily just been extra receivers or another, like, absolute Chad, man. Like, just absolute Chad. Like, no, he didn't even, like, he spent the capital. Like, he didn't even take them where they were supposed to go, but he spent the capital. He got there. All right, so now the loots. He's got a 3.683. We got Mahomes. We got Jared Goff. We have J.J. McCarthy. Running backs, Travion Henderson, Ramondre, Tony Pollard, J.K. Dobbins, Trey Benson, Brian Robinson. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra, Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Jalen Waddle, Xavier Worthy, Tank Dell, Zachariah Branch, Isaiah Bond. Branch is a guy I haven't got on as much as most people. I think I'm going to be a lot lower on him. He's a player like. This is my take on him right now, and we'll get more into it tomorrow. But I personally think if he wasn't 100% drafted, because he's basically 100% drafted at this point, I think he would be a fun mix-in. But with him being 100% drafted, I don't like his chances to, like, I don't love that. I would rather take a chance on an Antonio Williams or something like that, or Antonio. I think that's his name, Antonio Williams. Let me go back. Yeah, Antonio Williams. I would rather have the lower owned guy who I have at the exact same tier. Like, I'm not going to have 0 of him. And, like, I don't know how much you take him. But that's my take on Zachariah Branch. Tight end, Hunter Henry, A.J. Barner, and Njoku. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. We got game tight. If you're in here, Carl, or Legalize It, I think Legalize It said something. But I forgot Rick is at the one. Oh, I already reviewed Rick's team on the stream. So we got game tight 3-7-8-2. Caleb Williams, Mendoza, Daniel Jones, running back, Hampton, Algier, Woody Marks, Mason, Brooks, Caleb Johnson, and Jaden Blue. I'm not on the Jaden Blue stuff. I understand it. Same with Caleb Johnson. I think they're both fine clicks. I think they're fun, like good clicks. I've taken Caleb once. I've not taken Jaden yet. I probably will. I think he's fun to mix in. I'm just usually done at running back before then. I like the last round wide receivers a lot more than the last round running backs. Then you got Jamison Williams, Roma Dunze, Brian Thomas, DJ Moore, Denzel Boston, Tyreek Hill, Kyle Williams, Jack Best. I really like that. You got Rome stacked up. You have the double elite tight end. I like this. I like this. I'm not in love with the double elite tight end over here on Drafters, but I do like. I think you need a build or two like this in your portfolio. I don't know. I'm not seeing you draft a lot on Drafters. It looks like this is your first one. I don't know if you'll do that very often, but I don't love the double elite tight end specifically for Drafters. I think it's more viable. I don't think it's something I want a lot of either way, but I do think it's more viable on Underdog, where a single week ceiling is a thing. All right, we have Louisiana Lightning here at the 105, right? No, it's the 105. We got 3773, Bo Nix, Tyler Shuck, Malik Willis. Running backs, Saquon Barkley, Bayshaw Tootin, Rico Dowdle, Jonah Coleman, Alvin Kamara, Braylon Allen, Tank Bigsby. Really solid room. Wide receivers stopped at 7. Let's see what happened. JSN, Olave, Garrett Wilson, Burden. So 4 absolute studs, and then Bryant Mims for the double stack. Malik Washington, Warren, Tonjes, Stowers. Very, very well balanced team. I really like this. This is very well done. Mikey Boy G. We got 3683. Jordan Love, Jacoby Brissett, Aaron Rodgers. I kind of believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to play like as crazy that is that. Oh, okay. I got to put a mental note that you're Louisiana Lightning. I knew that you were probably here. I'll try to remember. I need to make a spreadsheet that's like public source and basically like let you guys go in and write what your name is on everything. And then I will save a copy of it every day in case somebody wants to go in and delete it. I can just repost it and I'll have a copy. Right. I think that would make sense. And then that way, if you guys want to out yourself, then that way everybody knows what everybody's names are. And eventually there'll be somebody in there all the time doing that stuff. I'm at a loss for words, it looks like. But Mikey Boy G, we got 3683. Jordan Love, Jacoby Brissett, Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall at running back, DeAndre Swift, Jadarian Price, Tajay Spears, Kamani Vidal, Bray Davis, very solid. Wide receiver, Chase, Nico, Adams, Harrison, Diggs, Golden, Mooney, Lane, all players I've drafted. All players slightly after ADP, except for Nico, who's just not correctly priced. Oh, yeah, by the way, PPR Tyler, for those of you who do not know, go over there, sub to him. I think he's going live here very shortly. 8 minutes? By the way, I don't know if you, sorry for interrupting the review, but I wanted to shout him out. He got me on his channel pretty early. Did me some favors, and I just want to shout him out anytime he's in here, especially when he's about to go live. Ripping a fast draft tonight. Nice. I need to get my setup done for doing fast drafts. All right, so back to the review. Harold Fannin, Likely, and Cade Otton. So you got the Matthew Golden stack, and you're hoping Brissett stays, and you have some Aaron Rodgers stuff. It kind of looks, I'm not going to look at the board. It looks like you got sniped on some stuff, and you tried to make some stuff work late. But I like all the players. I like the values you got. Other than having to pull Brissett up to 148 because you tried to push quarterback and it failed and got scared. But at that point, it's whatever. Yeah, I like it. What is I'm literally on edge here. What is that? What is I'm? Matt Kelly will love you for it. Yeah. So, by the way, I did a video with Jamie Pirog where I put all of the hype videos I made. I put all of them on there. I have timestamps on all of them. They might not be exactly lined up. The Casey Concepcion one, I had to cut something out for copyright stuff because I'm just kind of playing with it, see what I can and can't do. So if you want to go watch that video, if you want to see my editing experience, because I'm just starting with it, they're all like little hype videos. I think you'll enjoy them. Some of the chat enjoyed them, some of them didn't, because you said you kind of wanted to watch them, but they're on the man behind the music video. If you're still listening, PPR Tyler, to do something later. And yeah, they all have timestamps on them. And we got brought here 3683, Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins, running back Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Gainwell. I love Gainwell price this year. JCM, Aaron Jones, Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright, I'm not mixing in. He's a guy just like Jaden Blue. I understand it. I'm not going to talk bad about it. I'm personally not going to do it. Wide receiver, Puka Igbuka. Did you do that on purpose? Did you do Puka Igbuka on purpose? Are we correlating last names? Are we synergizing sounds? Terry McLaurin, Shakir, Concepcion, Travis Hunter, Ridley, Bernard. Tight end, Tucker Kraft, Juwan Johnson, Colby Parkinson. I like this. The Terry McLaurin, Jaden feels really good. Matt Stafford is just if he comes back, I don't think he's gonna throw 46 touchdowns again, but if he throws 40, it's fine, right? And every position is solid. I think Tucker Kraft, even at 71, pulling him up the board is a giant value. You knew for a fact he wasn't going to come back around with me at the back end of the board or the rest of the Who crew. So if you wanted them, you had to go get them. You did it. Yeah. Every once in a while, Brock will not be paying attention and not draft a good team, but generally has a really good team. Okay, so you are here. Legalize It is here. I thought I seen you earlier. Puka Igbuka, come on, pretty mama. 3683 for Legalize It. Anyways, Dak, Baker, CJ Stroud, all around ADP. Pulled Dak up a little bit, but it's going to be Dak Wars from now on. How high does that go? It's going to be interesting. Because you kind of want to make sure you have Dak. You don't have either one. You don't have Pickens or Lamb, though. That's curious why you did that. Let me know why you did that. Dak, Baker, Stroud, Gibbs, Walker, Javonte. Oh, for the Javonte stack. Jalen Warren, Rashad White, Rashard Smith, Rashee Rice, Zay Flowers, QJ, Juwan Jennings, Jalen McMillan, Jalen Knoll, Tez Johnson. I like the Tez Johnson pick there. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. Darius Slayton, Brenton Strange, Kelsey, and TJ Hawkinson. Did Mahomes go way early or something? He did not. I like everything except the Dak pick. So Javonte, by the way, I'm not sure if you're 100% sure on this. Javonte's a free agent. So if you're stacking, I know we expect Javonte to re-sign, but Javonte Williams is a free agent. So if your only stack with Dak is Javonte Williams, you're kind of risking it. I don't mind it, as long as you're not doing a ton, right? So you kind of got to get that to work out. I personally, if I took Dak with that, I would have probably you may not naked Dak is I don't know if naked Dak above ADP is fine. He used to rush, and maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong here. And I will say on total points, stacking does matter less, for sure. But rushing yards, Dak used to rush a little bit. He had 2 rushing touchdowns last year. He had a game with 34 and a game with 31. So you don't really have a lot of rushing upside with it. Yeah. So I think it's not it's that it was pulled up above ADP. If Dak fell 10 picks there, absolutely cool with it. But if you wanted a little criticism or what I thought, I think the team works. I think that he's a perfectly shared the wrong drafter screen. My bad. That was whenever I was trying to find the McBride guys, the McBride Bowers on the turn guys. But yeah, that's what I say to that. Not trying I think he's a fine pick where you took him. I think I would have forced up the Ryan Flournoy. I don't know how high he went. In my drafts, he kind of goes higher than usual. Oh, he went at 180. So you were going to do, I think you were probably going to do that. And you got sniped on it. You probably got sniped on James Ferguson, or where's Ferguson at? Who's a free agent also, I believe. But yeah, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but that's my take on it. All right, it looks like we're doing an underdog draft. We'll get in. We're gonna head on over to underdog. We are going to do a little board. Um, that way we don't also get in the lobby with PPR Tyler. Let me bring this up on my. Honestly, enough. Okay, I was gonna say it looked like you were just kind of scrambling. Honestly, it's like, oh, all the quarterbacks are gone. Take Dak. I have Javante. Maybe this works out. Like, other than the like, all of the players made sense ish, right? And everything after the Dak pick, kind of like you got some correlation there and stuff. But yeah, like especially on drafters, sometimes things just do not work out. But anyway, we're gonna do a little board, and we're gonna jump in 15 seconds.
We never leave the brine. Fury, endless, breaks, relentless, fantasy, reigns, who wins, immortal.
All right, we got one more to start. Sorry, drafters, folks. It was pretty overwhelming. How are we doing, Scott? Draft starting soon. Hopefully some of you guys got in that wanted to get in. We're actually starting to draft at the back of the board. I had 24% Bijan Robinson. Absolutely not complaining about it. Not complaining about 24% Bijan. But it is nice to finally get to draft some people on this side of the board. Like, there's a couple players I think are pretty mispriced around the 12-13. I think from like 13 to 20 is basically backwards. I blame Doug Ford. Good for. I will be doing more drafters throughout the year. 2 mules. Hopefully, like, basically every time I am live without a guest, I'm going to try to jump in a drafters draft. Now, as you've seen before, I've tried it a bunch and it's just not worked out, like not be able to get it filled. That's going to change. Like, that's definitely going to change, right? Like, it's definitely going to change because more people will be here. If I if I knew more than like 8 players I know who Otani is. I know who Justin Steele is because he's because I watched Neil Orfield, and Neil Orfield is friends with Justin Steele, the MLB All-Star pitcher. He actually goes on to Neil Orfield's streams and does best ball. Like, I don't know if you guys follow Neil Orfield. Like, he's not even in here, but I'm going to give him a shout. Like, because he has a Major League Baseball player come in and do drafts with him. Like, not for baseball, but for football. And it's just at random, like randomly after a game, after he pitches and stuff, he'll like pop in and be like, hey, yeah, he mostly does like DraftKings, but it's pretty cool. Like, he's pretty knowledgeable with it. But anyway, we're going to shout out everybody. Legion at the 101. It is absolutely a Who Crew stream. Legion, we got Dirty at the 2, Nice and Blunt at the 3, Alex at the 4, Dak at the 5, Bayou at the 8. We got Best Ball on Call made it in at the 10, a game tied at the 11, and I got the 12. Yeah, it is. It's great. Like, he's just in there like living his best life. It's awesome. Like, yeah, the Justin Steele, like, whenever and it's like, I don't know if he does the pre-draft stuff a lot. It's basically like when the season starts, like he starts doing it after games and stuff. It's pretty, and they're super chill. They're just good friends. All right, so I will take Achan if he makes it. I'm gonna probably do something that not a lot of people will do here. I'm gonna take Omari and Hampton, Saquon Barkley. I know 2 mules. You hate it. 2 mules thinks that Hampton is one of the worst picks on the board. I disagree. I think that offensive line is insane. I think that Omari and Hampton showed enough last year. And I think that, like, if he was fully healthy last year, he would be up there. I think he would be ahead of James Cook and Javon Achane. Is this in jest, or do you believe that? You'll be ripping drafts tonight? Yeah, like, I basically, like, I assume that this fills halfway through it. Okay, you do believe it. Yeah, I was going to say, I figured you believed it. I thought you did, but I'm not fully locked into what everybody's take is at the moment. And the channel's getting bigger. I'm starting to have to follow more people, like more people's stuff and what they're doing, or what they like. So, like, every once in a while, I'm starting to get people mixed in. Dirty P is a cutthroat out here today. No, like, if you've been following me, like, literally before anyone else did it, like, back 2 weeks before the big board won, I was like, Jameer Gibbs is the 102. Like, if you look at ranks, Jameer Gibbs is the 102 because of what comes back to you at receiver and running back. Like, just because of the way the board lays out, Jameer Gibbs should be the 102. That's always what it should have been. And that's the way that I believe. And by the way, all of you guys who are here watching, please do me a favor. A guy who's helped me out, go on over to that address. If you're not subbed to PPR Tyler, give him a sub. He deserves it. He'd been doing this for longer than me. Like I said before, he helped me out. I'm sure most of you are already subbed, but go on there. At least go over there and smash the like, even if you don't sub. That would be awesome. You can come back here. You can continue watching him. It don't matter to me. I'm sure the people drafting with me are going to stay here. And we hit the like goal, so it's all good. Yeah, BPR Tyler is awesome. And, like, he doesn't mind getting his channel shut down. The other day, he straight up streamed something he wasn't supposed to, and he got hit with the old ban hammer. Second time he's got hit with the ban hammer. But yeah, PPR time, like, so my favorite two, and this is the first year I started watching Bestball streams. My favorite 2 streams was PPR Tyler and Bayou Bengals, right here. And Bayou has the best, whenever he gets enough people in the chat that they're actually going, he's one of the best at being interactive with the chat. PPR Tyler also has that. But I think Bayou is slightly better at it. And I think that's why I'm decent at interacting with chat, is because I've watched 2 guys who are really good at it. So shout out to both of them. Not to say that other people aren't good at it, but, like, they were the first ones, like, the very first year whenever I was watching, because I didn't stream the first year doing best ball, and starting last year I started thinking about it, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Like, well, I've gotten used to the format. Man, last year when I started, I didn't even know how to maneuver my computer correctly. So we could just triple down here, but man, we're doing this. We're taking Lad for sure. Yeah, we're going Lad Adams. I probably should have thought about that a little more, and I should have probably taken Kyron and Adams, get the Ram stack with Hampton and Barkley, because I don't think a lot of people are like. I don't think this is going to be super unique, I don't think either one of these ADPs are going to solidify over here. I don't know how many people are going to like Hampton plus Barkley. I do have Genty rated above Barkley, but I think it's close. I think it's really close. I think Hampton is slightly ahead of him. And like the way this first round went, this is like my exact rankings. And then it's Hampton, Genty, Barkley. And then it's the receivers. It was Malik Neighbors ahead of Hampton until today. As soon as Matt Nagy signed, old Malik Neighbors got the new camera. He got bonked all the way down the board. He got bonked. I got out the old rubber mallet. I just kept smashing, and he just kept moving down the ranks. Just bonk, 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 all the way down the ranks. Yeah, Hampton Barkley is a hefty investment. It really is. It's a hefty investment, and I thought about going Kyron there, and just stopping at 5, not taking another running back until round 16 and taking 2 more and being done. And taking if I would have done that, so just what I would have done is if I would have taken Kyron there, I would have waited all the way till the end, and I would have taken a Najee and a Mike Washington or Claiborne kind of guy. So if I would have taken the third running back, I would have kind of fully committed to it, and I would have waited until way late, and I would have taken one other possible veteran starting guy, like a Braylon Allen, like a Najee Harris, maybe a James Conner, maybe I actually don't mind Hampton plus Vidal. I've done it twice already. I don't think I would want to do that being that thin. You could take 3 mid-round. Yeah, exactly. Right. And if I take basically take 3 guys from rounds 8, 9, 10, and then stop, that's the other thing. But I do think I'm going to stop at 5 running backs on this team. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling froggy right now. I get it with 9, but still. Cheapest Jefferson. Yeah, I know that is an absolute fact. I have a couple Amon-Ra, Justin Jefferson teams, and let me tell you, they feel real good. One of them, I believe one of them is Amon-Ra, Jefferson. I think I got Kenneth Walker, and then I just pulled up Scadaboo, which to me feels awesome. All right, Jalen Waddle gets pulled all the way up to 48. Nice and Blunt ain't messing around out here. Look at that. He's out here for blood. Gibbs got sniped from him, and this man's just I'm out for blood now. You guys don't get to have fun. No more fun. So, what do I want here? Man, I don't like this. Brian Thomas has been moving up very slowly. I think this is the kind of team where he makes a lot of sense. Brian Thomas was actually going to be my pick. I think I want him. Definitely want him. I might want to pull him up too. I'm just going to pull Mike Evans up. We ain't worried about age out here. We ain't worried about age at all. So through 6, we have Hampton Barkley. We have Ladd, Devontae Adams, Jordan Tyson, and Mike Evans. Running back could be the position that creates the unique builds most often. A strategy I like is taking a team full of RBs on the shelf value-wise. Yeah, no, that is correct. To clarify, I think Hampton will have some ceiling high points, or have some high ceiling games, but I also will many weeks. Yes. Okay, so you think he's going to get hurt, kind of. or that like when he gets stopped, it'll like you kind of think that he's not a 4 down, like a 3 down back, is what you're saying. I think he is a 3 down back. Um, I do like so. He was a 3 down back. He got a lot of receptions early on, I believe. Like let's go to player profile. Let's research this while we're at it. Just to make sure I'm not wrong. So he had 32 receptions. I think a lot of them came early in the season. Yeah. So like week 17, he had 8 receptions. He had 6, 5, 6. So like he was kind of learning the offense. I don't know what happened on those games. Actually, I do know what happened. For whatever reason in those games, they were kind of getting beat or on the verge of getting beat, I believe. And maybe Nice and Blunt can like he's a Chargers fan, so maybe he knows this a little better. But I believe in those 3 games, Hampton, for whatever reason, was struggling a lot with pass protection, and they kept bringing Vidal in. I remember specifically I think it was the Kansas City game, back-to-back, like there was 3 plays in a row where Hampton, he missed a cutback lane, he missed an open cut out lane, and then he missed a block. And after that, he didn't play much for that week. And the next week, they played Vidal a lot in passing situations. And then in week 17, they played Vidal. They actually started playing him in passing situations again. I think they kind of removed him a little bit to get better at pass blocking. Like, be like, hey, watch what he's doing. Because they needed to protect Herbert, right? I think that they're going to rely on they're going to have him in a lot more when the 2 tackles come in. And I do think that he was a good pass blocker in college. I think that he's going to be back out there doing that. Like, I would love to get Herbert here. Like, Herbert here would be fantastic. So we're going to get Herbert. We could go ahead and double down on that. Actually, I don't have very much Michael Wilson, and he's falling here. We're going to go ahead and take Michael Wilson. We got a 14-pick discount on Michael Wilson. This is where I don't even dislike the Michael Wilson price. I actually like Michael Wilson more than Marv. So like getting a 14-pick discount on him, I think makes sense. If I was game tight, okay, you went with Myers. I see. I was gonna say I would have probably taken Wilson there specifically because of the fall, but I get it. Like you went ahead and went Lawrence and double stacked, so you went the opposite way. So him and I have like exact same builds here. 2 running backs into 5 wide receivers and a quarterback. I like your style, guy. I like your style. Runs 2 upright. See, I think like I think this is wrong. Did you watch him in college or his like early in the season stuff? I think when he came back from the injury, he was slower and his burst wasn't fully there. I don't think he fully recovered. I think if you went back and you watched him at college, like the one thing that he's really good at is that first step. And like that first step explosion into like getting to his top speed is something he was really good at. And what his vision in narrow spaces is really, really good. So he's the kind of runner that a good offensive line is going to turn him into from being good to elite as well. So that is my take. I think the style of runner with him being able to like see the holes really well on the interior. He's better at seeing holes on interior run blocking than he is at seeing the outer run blocking stuff. So to me, I think not being able to have that burst is like, and I think he'll have that back. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the injury will linger on. I'm going to be done. I mean, if we could get to 50 likes, I'll do another one. But like, I'm kind of ready to go. Honestly, I've been on since I've been on for 2 hours now, and like I've done a couple 3 hour streams before, but if we get to 50 likes, and like to be honest with you, I don't really want to like take from PPR Tyler in some of their streams. A bunch of my buddies are streaming later. I'm good, like just not taking the spotlight as well. And I'm going to be on. So tomorrow, I'm going to be on for probably 2, maybe 3 hours. Probably 2 or 3 hours with Steve, and then I'm going to be on my channel for 2 to 3 hours. So if you want to see more of me draft with me, those will be good. I was in the stadium when Hampton hurt his ankle. The Commanders. He was in the tent for a long time. Yeah. Okay. You assume he didn't give it. That's what it felt like. Like watching the games. I haven't been able to stack Gadsden with Herbert yet, and I have a bit of Gadsden. I would love to get old Matt Stafford here. I do. I kind of agree that Stafford may be overpriced, but definitely want him. What else do I want? We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to pull Emmett Johnson up. I'm done pretending that I just want like I fully believe Emmett Johnson's going to be going around Tony Pollard after the combine. So I'm just going to start pulling them up in these stream drafts. I would have pushed this. I might have pushed this in any other draft, but like his ADP is a couple picks before mine. And like, I'm fine pulling this all the way up, considering he is my RB2 in the class for sure. I do think it's close, but the other guy already went. And the other guy, like, I don't think Price is going to move up the board a lot. I think Emmett Johnson could easily, if he does what I think he's going to do at the combine, he's the kind of guy that everybody likes because he has the better receiving profile. I think that he steams up over Price, over Hubbard, over Corum, over Monungai, maybe over Pollard, maybe even over Jalen Warren by the end of the big board. So he's the guy I really want a piece of. If we start hearing like round 2 capital on Emmett Johnson, he's going to absolutely fly up the board. If we all agreed on everything, the world would be. Yep. Hey, thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Have a great night. No, like, to be honest with you, like, I don't like. I love my beard is like my personality at this point. I've had it for so long, and let me tell you. I have an absolute baby face. I'm perfectly happy not having the baby face. Good morning, Chad. By the way, Chad, let me know whenever you're back from your mini vacation thing. Because I know you said you couldn't stream today, but just let me know. I'm working on a schedule for this week, next week, and all that. And it also... possible good, like great news for me and decent news for the channel. It kind of sounds like I'm not positive yet, but it kind of sounds like work is going to keep me off work for another month. I called them today because I'm supposed to start back up on next week. I don't know yet if it was going to be Sunday or next Thursday, depending on what they want. And it kind of sounds like I'm going to have another month off. Because I called them and they're like, it's like, call back on Friday. We're not sure yet. Because I was like, hey, am I coming back this week? They're like, call back on Friday and we will let you know. Like, okay. Like, take your time. So Kayshon Boutte's just fallen over and over again, huh? So Kenneth Gainwell here makes some sense. I'm pretty out on Tracy with the news of their new coach. I don't have very much Romeo Dobbs. Man. Yeah, we're going to take Kayshon Boutte. I'll just take the slight fall on him. It's voluntary layoff, so it basically comes under like it's unemployment is what it is. So I get unemployment, so it's partially paid off. I just have to look for a job ish while I'm doing it. Like I have to look for a job while I'm doing it. So I just gotta like note what I like where I call to apply. And like so I just gotta call a place or two, ask them if they're hiring. So like I get 60% of my pay, but like they're sending people home every day, and I would never not say yes, which means I would have been at 60% pay anyway. So as long as I am here looking for a job, quote, looking for a job, right? Like calling places like that would pay similar kind of stuff, like I'm good. But yeah, like that's it. And I mean, I ended up making more in the last month of or the last month and a half of fantasy football than I might have if I was working that time. So like I can't anymore. But yeah. So yeah, it's basically unemployment time that I get because business is slow. I wish that would be the life, man. Sit around, gamble all the time, don't do anything else. I actually like, to be honest, I have awesome insurance. So it would be hard for me to leave my job, like to fully leave my job. Like even if I won Best Ball Mania, I still only work 3 days a week. Like I get my insurance pays fully for I take the Mounjaro shot, which is a like because I got diagnosed with pre-diabetic and never turned in anything. Like that's completely taken care of, partially because of the shot. But like that shot's $1,000 a month for the 4 shots, and I pay $0 with my insurance. So like I think I would probably work just to save the $1,000 a month. Just like even if I won the millie, right? Like I think I just would. All right, so this is like perfect because this gives me a third running back. I don't mind. I've not really taken any Trey Benson. Yeah, it's a $1,000 like a month. It's one shot a week, and it's $1,000 a month is the ticket price on it. I should probably look at tight end, right? So we have Herbert, we got Stafford. Yeah, let's go Trey Benson to finish up running back, and then I'm pretty in on Theo Johnson. So the team right now, we have a 2-5-6-1. We have Justin Herbert. We have Matt Stafford. Running back, Hampton, Barkley, Emmett Johnson, Gainwell, Troy Benson. And then wide receiver, Ladd McConkey, stacked up. Devontae Adams, stacked up. Jordan Tyson, Mike Evans, Michael Wilson, Kayshon Boutte. I actually really like this team. I'm glad I did this draft. I really like this team. Yeah. Yeah, so but yeah, I mean, not that you guys are here for that information, but I guess I rambled into that. But yeah, I coming into the best ball cycle for the preseason stuff, I thought that I wasn't going to like the late tight ends that much because I thought they were going to dry up a lot. The more I draft, the same thing happened last year. The more I draft, the more comfortable I feel with the later tight ends. And most of the tight ends I have rated higher. The community, like, I have Juwan Johnson, like, with Jake Ferguson, ahead of Kittle, ahead of Sadiq. Like, I have Theo Johnson, like, up here with this group of players, like, ish, right? I don't have him exactly there. He's at the bottom of that tier, but he's in the tier with Hunter Henry and Dallas Goedert and Jake Ferguson and Juwan Johnson and Mark Andrews. He's in that tier, and he goes 20 picks later. So, like, it just... Right, it's always going to be fine, right? Like, late tight end, there will never be a year that late tight end is the worst strategy. It may not be the strategy that actually worked that year, but it will always be a strategy that's good. Like good from a game theory perspective, right? But yeah, so after this draft, we got to review Bayou's team. We got to review Best Ball and Calls team, Alex's team, Nice and Blunt's team, Dirties and Legions. If you don't want me to review your team, say something. I'm cool leaving. I'm cool reviewing them, but that'll be it. We're not going to get to the 50 likes. I didn't expect so. Usually my viewership drops off and I stop getting likes about the time that, like, PPR Tyler, other people really start coming on. But like, I still enjoy it. And I do need to say Sean Tucker's still here though. That's pretty interesting. And I'm starting to get very hungry. Is this a Tank Dell team? It's definitely... We're doing this. We're taking Ferguson and Colby Parkinson with Matt Stafford. We're just going to double up the tight ends. And just hope that Theo Johnson doesn't have the same bye week. They were using tight ends a lot last year at the end. And this could be a 4 tight end team. Like, I feel pretty good with Hampton, Barkley, Emmett Johnson, Gainwell, and Trey Benson. I'll probably go with... This is probably going to be a 3-6-8-3 most likely, but I like full punt, tight end, super scroll to UFAs. Like, wow. I mean, if you're talking full punt, like, take 3 at the end and then a 4th that's a super scroll, I think I'm cool with that. If you're talking like, your tight end 1 is Parkinson, your tight end 2 is Freiermuth, and your tight end 3 is Calcaterra, I don't think I'm there. I don't think I can get there. Like, convince me. I mean, I don't think many people are going to get here to the double Ram stacked tight end. I think it's like Higbee's gone. I think both of these guys are going to have spike games next year. Parkinson is the reliable guy, and Ferguson, they do design stuff down the field for. Calcaterra is a guy nobody's talking about. Like, that's actually a really good shout. I hadn't even thought about it. I just fully expect them to sign something. sign somebody. I actually like. I hadn't even thought about that. But yeah, if they don't sign somebody, we're just gonna assume that they sign or that they draft somebody, right? But if like, so Calcaterra will never be expensive. But yeah, that's actually a really good shout. He hadn't crossed my mind. So I think I'm fine with just Herbert and Stafford here. This is the kind of room that I like. There's a couple players here that I would really like to take. And I've got a team built around it. But yeah, if I'm definitely going to review Best Ball on Calls team specifically because this is the first draft they've done with me this season. But if anybody else wants a review, type it in the chat because I really need to pee, so it would be super awesome to do that. We got but Devon Claiborne here. This is the kind of team that I want him on. And Jacoby Lane, I don't take him a lot. I think he's a fine pick. And he is falling, but I think he's deserved. Like, this is a round where he should go. I'll just look through everybody's current team. I think that sounds fair, and then I'll do a full review on Tika's. So Bayou Bengal, Amon-Ra, Jefferson, AJ Brown, Travis Etienne. I can't get there, but I get it. I'm fully in on him not returning. But if he returns, I do think he moves up the board, and it deservedly so. Cardinal Tate. You got the A.J. Brown stack with Jalen Hurts, Tony Pollard, Laporta with Goddard. So you're hoping that the Calcaterra thing isn't true. Jared Goff, David Montgomery, Romeo Doubs, Juwan Johnson. See, I don't mind a third tight end by Juwan Johnson there, like starting at Laporta. Some people would be fine with just Laporta and Goddard. I think that all of those players can get 20 points and spike in any week. Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones. So you double stack that. So you got ETN, Pollard, both of those. Joe Mixon. I'm going to be honest, like, I don't love the running back room, but I'm pretty out on Joe Mixon. I think this is fine. I think Montgomery's fine. I think Pollard's fine. I think relying on for me, relying on ETN is a very dangerous game right now because my problem with him in free agency is if he doesn't land back with the Jaguars, there's like a single team that he is worth the pick that he is at if he signs with, and that is Dallas. So we got dirty here. I got Jahmyr Gibbs, Pickens, T. Higgins, Luther Burden, Christian Watson, Ramondre 71 feels good. That feels really good. I took him up at 59 earlier today. Tucker Kraft, Chuba, Jordan Love stacked up with Christian Watson, and he got the Jaden Reed and Golden and Kraft. Love that because Jordan Love does spread the ball around. You got Braylon. So running back is Stevenson, Chuba, Katron Allen, Braylon Allen, Ty Simpson, Dylan Sampson, Brian Robinson, and Eugene Wilson. That's a lot. Yeah, I like his team as well. So are we at the last two picks? Yeah, we are at the last two picks. Don't need another running back. I think I want to add another tight end here. Maybe, I don't know. What? This feels like a Michael Trigg team. We're doing Michael Trigg. That's what we're doing. Sorry, Paul. We're doing Michael Trigg as a 4 tight end here, and we are going with what do we want at wide receiver? I'm assuming Flournoy went. I'm fine with that. Definitely don't want. I almost autoed a 5th. Yeah, I can review yours briefly. We have Jamar. And if anybody wants, I can. I don't have to go pee. I would. I'm like 10 minutes away from being. I have to go kind of thing. We have Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers, Rashi, Zay Flowers, Harvey. You got the Joe Burrow stack with Jamar Chase, Bayshaw Tootin, Patrick Mahomes with Rasheed, Rico Dowdle, Jawan Jennings, Godwin, Sadiq, Tracy Spears, Jonathan Brooks, Tank Dell, Schultz, Alec Iomanner, Zachariah Branch. I like all the picks. It's a very well-constructed team. You have stacks there. You're very balanced. You went very strong running back or wide receivers, took the elite, and then you only took Sadiq with it. I'm assuming, okay, you did take Schultz late, but I think that's fine. I figured that was the case. That's why I wanted to review yours specifically when the draft's over. Yeah, I really like your team, Alex. I like the construction of running backs with Harvey, Tootin, Dowdle, Spears, and Tracy, and then taking the big shot on Jonathan Brooks. I like the big shot on Jonathan Brooks. I think in these 20-round drafts, the shot on Jonathan Brooks are really good. We may get bad news, but that's why we have 6 running backs, or 7. And then Hemby. I'm kind of Kalen Black over Hemby, but I think Hemby is kind of worth mixing in here and there. Whenever Legion makes his last pick, I will go back over and review Legion or review Tika's team there. And then, but I want to thank everybody for coming out. If you haven't smashed the like yet, go ahead and smash the like. And then are we good? Did we get to the end? We got to the end with a Kelvin Austin? Is that? Hold on. I do have to look at that name. Kevin Austin. I couldn't remember the name. Not game tights. So best ball on calls, first draft of the year. Let's review it as a team. We got 3-6-8-3. Drake May at 58. Bo Nix, Bryce Young, 10 picks past ADP. Feels good. James Cook, Breece Hall, Kyron Williams. That's good price on he took a little bit of value here. Alvin Kamara, Sean Tucker, Jamari Taylor. That's a very solid running back room. I've not got a lot of Taylor. I think he's worth mixing in at a low pace, so I don't mind it. Drake London, Cortland Sutton, Alec Pierce, Jalen Coker, Adonai Mitchell, Marvin Mims, Jeremy Bernard. Tight ends, George Kittle, Hunter Henry, and Mason Taylor. Your first draft of the year, I understand. You have to go out and get your guys. You have to get the guy for your team. You have the Bryce Young stack to the true hero of best ball, Jalen Coker. And then you have Drake May, who doesn't need to be stacked, but you know what? Like, you took Hunter Henry anyway, and then you have the Marvin Mims, Cortland Sutton double stack with Bo Nix. Very, very solid team for your first draft. Kind of stuck to ADP for the most part. You took a rookie shot on a guy you've heard something about. I don't know how much research you've done on Jamari Taylor, but like PFF likes him quite a bit. I think they have him as the number 10 running back. I think Steve had him around there. I have him close to there. I just, like, for me, he's a guy who's going to get a job in the NFL next year. For sure. I just don't know if it's going to be a very big role. But anyway, here is the link to PPR Tyler's stream. He is currently streaming. We are done. We will be back tomorrow on Fanspeak Networks at 1 p.m. Eastern at noon Central. and then we'll be doing the rookie talk, and then probably draft a team or two. Probably go over just some mispriced players and what we think on best ball. Probably have like Steve and I usually kind of go like just chat about it for about an hour or so before we do anything. It should be a really good, fun conversation. And then I'll be live on my channel at 4 p.m. But anyway, have a great night, everybody. Peace. Time for the outro, which is also the intro.
Hey, we're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls indecent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who? Hey, thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, names, games. Degen wrath of views, donate.